full overview and review of the DEMELLIER Hudson handbag. Well, hello there and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Kira and I'm your resident style solutionist. I share videos on shopping for the best basics on the high street, how to build a capsule wardrobe, and lots of fun trend videos. So if that sounds good to you, then do hit subscribe because I would love to have you back for more videos. So in today's video, I'm doing a full overview and review of the DEMELLIER Hudson handbag. This is a bag that I've been getting quite a few questions about recently, and I just thought I would do a little dedicated video to hopefully answer any questions that you guys have. I will of course leave all of the links and any additional info like the specific dimensions and details like that will all be in the description below. So be sure and check that out because all of the info that you need will be there. So I'm going to start off by talking about the original Hudson bag. I believe this was released only in the last year, so I think it came out in 2025. It received such a good response. I feel like this bag is super popular with people. If you don't know DEMELLIER as a brand, they are probably one of my favorite mid-range luxury handbag brands. I feel like they always offer exceptional quality at a really good price, and I do feel like the Hudson bag is such a great rival for some extremely expensive designer alternatives that are out there, which we will get to. If you don't know about DEMELLIER, they're a female founded brand. They offer some amazing mid-range handbags and some really gorgeous styles. Some of my favorites being the New York style. They do it in a larger tote, they do it in a midi size. A really great bag that I get so much wear out of. But this Hudson style is quickly becoming one of my most worn, and I also think that this is a fantastic option if you are looking for something for your workwear wardrobe. So if you wanted an extremely chic, elevated, elegant tote bag that's going to fit everything, including your laptop, for a day at work, then I think this is a great option. So as you can see, it's in a full grained leather, very similar to some of DEMELLIER's other bags. They do a smooth leather finish as well, but I tend to prefer the grained leather in their handbags because I always say that grained leather is indestructible. So if you want a bag that is hard wearing, if you're commuting with it, you're worried about scratching it off things like your keys or anything like that, the grained leather is what you need. It is super durable. I've had the grained leather of other DEMELLIER bags that I've had for years and years, and it absolutely holds up well. So the grained leather finish, this is the beautiful black color. You can see this is a structured tote. It does have a little bit of slouch depending on, you know, how you're sitting it or maybe how you fill it, but it is structured. It does have feet, which I massively appreciate. You have 4 lovely feet there. You can see they're like quite raised, which is quite nice, just so that the bottom of the leather isn't touching the ground. You can also see you have a very slight logo here, and this is the only logo that's on the bag, which I massively appreciate because actually when you're holding the bag you can't even really see the logo. You have the hardware here. Again, it's that beautiful gold hardware, these 2 little holders for this strap. And again, I feel like when it comes to quiet luxury, which has become an increasingly popular kind of ethos for people, especially in light of how expensive and often increasing the prices of the high-end luxury designers are, I feel like doing this kind of subtle, if you know you know, of a very hidden or a very subtle logo and then just having the bag speak for itself. It's my personal preference. I feel like most of my bags in my wardrobe, I don't really think I have any that have any obvious logos, bar maybe a vintage Fendi that I've had for a really long time, and I just think it's super chic, and I feel like DEMELLIER in the last few years has grown so popular, and I can really see why. So as I mentioned, this little belt detail here, you can open this and you can wear it open if you like. I prefer to wear it closed because I don't want it to start to scratch or damage the bag. I just think this belt detail is so chic. This actually really reminds me, and this bag in general, no surprises as to which designer I think this bag might have been inspired by. It really reminds me of the Hermes Birkin. Giving a price of an Hermes Birkin is very difficult because I think the resale value of those bags is really 20 grand and up. In the boutiques, if you can get your hands on them, you know, the price in the boutiques is a little bit less, but it's increasingly hard to actually get one of those bags. So to have something that is a similar style, structure, and beautiful quality for a fraction of the price. Again, this Hudson style retails for under 700 euros, I believe. There are different sizes, which I will show you, but I feel like it's such a fair price for such a big bag. I also find that when you're looking at designer labels like your Pradas, Fendis, Louis Vuitton, YSL, you know, Dior, if you get a bag this big from a, you know, one of the high-end luxury labels, it is going to cost you the guts of 5 grand, if not more these days. So I find that when you're going for bigger bags, I think mid-range is really the way to go because the craftsmanship in these is incredible. It is often on par, if not better, than some designer bags that I've had in my wardrobe. And spoiler alert, I actually have sold, I think, 95% of the designer bags in my wardrobe because I am reaching for these so much more. As I said, you've got your belt detail at the front, very Hermes inspired, but also its own stylistic detail. I don't think this is a copy or like rinsing it. I think it has its own thing going on, but there's definitely nods. And you have these two little strap details on either side of the bag, which you can open. And that actually increases the capacity of the bag. It turns it from a roomy tote to a even roomier tote. So you can see here, if you extend it again, I feel like when it's extended, it looks even more like the Hermes Birkin, especially the large size. Let's go ahead and open up the bag. Now, the first thing I'm going to show you is this little fastener here, which I think is very clever. It's that added level of security because obviously this bag doesn't have a zip. So it means that you can close it when you're out and about. It means things don't fall out as easily. And then we open her up and you have a very large chamber on the inside. Now, like with most DEMELLIER bags of this size, you have a long zipped compartment here. I think this is great for your valuables. It's a very deep pocket. It goes all the way down and all the way across. So you can put documents in there, valuables, anything you don't want kind of rolling around the bag. Then on the other side, you have your two flap pockets here. Both of these are quite deep, perfect for a mobile phone, anything else you want to pop in there. And then you also have your two little D-ring hooks here, and this bag actually does come with a crossbody strap as well. I actually don't have it on me because I have never worn this with a crossbody strap, but it is nice to know that you can. Now, depending on how much you fill this, the crossbody strap is on the thinner side. So if you were to fill this to the brim, I think the crossbody would be quite like heavy on your shoulder. Again, because you have these D-rings, meaning that you can just attach any strap. If you had another bag strap that you liked, I know those thicker canvas ones are super comfortable. You could easily switch that out. But then going back to the inside of the bag, you obviously have this little attachment, as I said here. You have your interior pockets, and then you just have a very large chamber. There's no segments in it. It's just your big tote size. Now on the back, we have another slot pocket here, which is very convenient. This is quite large. I tend to put my phone in this when I'm traveling with this bag. My favorite way to wear this bag is on the days where I need everything but the kitchen sink. So if I'm going in for the full day and I'm, let's say, doing meetings, I want to bring my laptop, a makeup bag for touch-ups. I might even bring a spare pair of shoes if I'm going from day to night. I often have days where I'm going to multiple events in one day. I need to refresh my makeup. I might need to wear a pair of heels. I might need an umbrella, whatever you think. I also might need to bring a charger, my laptop, so many things. So you can see that my laptop fits in here. Now, because this doesn't have a dedicated laptop compartment, as you can see, the interior zipped pocket would not fit one. It's not big enough. It would probably fit an iPad, but it wouldn't fit a laptop. You can always bring an additional laptop sleeve or a pouch, which people often do, which is going to further protect it. I tend to use this also when I'm flying. So this tends to be my personal item because it's such a big bag. I can fit like snacks for the plane, a water bottle, anything that I need for the flight. Now, unfortunately, this doesn't have one of those pass-through sleeves so that the luggage handle goes up. Some bags have that. It's quite handy. This doesn't. So any of my rolling luggage, the handles will actually fit through this, so you can kind of carefully slot this down. Obviously, this isn't designed to do that, and you don't want to run the risk of stretching this out too much, but there is give in it. So if you move it a tiny bit, it will slip over. I've done this multiple times on flights and I haven't found that it has really damaged the handles, but of course, proceed with caution because it's not designed for that, but it's something that I definitely do. As you can see, those are the general overviews of the bag. I find it super practical. Again, with these little top handle straps, I find them so dressy, so chic. You also have these little fasteners, I should mention, that actually pop together. So if you want to hold these straps together, you can. You have two of them and it's super gorgeous. Again, this classic black color is such an easy one. It's so versatile. It's going to go with everything. However, I have another color that I need to show you. So this is the burgundy color of the Hudson tote, and is this not the most delicious color? You can again see the beautiful grained leather up close. You can see the logo detail, the hardware. I've opened the pop fasteners here. I actually was using this bag only yesterday and she is full. We have a parking ticket. We also have my Louis Vuitton agenda. We have a pouch with all my makeup pieces. We have a sunglasses case. We have my mini wallet, we have a hairbrush, we have AirPods rolling around, there are some peppermint tea bags, we have a charm for my phone. But I'm just going to go ahead and show you. Let's say I was adding in my laptop, I'll pop her in here, and then for posterity I'm also going to show you my gigantic overstuffed agenda. Incredibly handy, also fits in here no problem. Everything is fitting in here. I will say this is starting to get heavy, especially this agenda is more one that I will bring if I absolutely need to, if I'm, you know, writing things down, and I often use this on my desk, but it does fit everything that you could need. I would argue that this bag is the best alternative that you can get to the Hermes Birkin. And that's a big statement. I think if you were looking for a mid-range alternative to the Birkin, I think this bag is the best style that you're going to find. So I've given you an overview of the large size of the Hudson tote, and now I'm going to show you the midi size. I'm going to give you a quick comparison. Looking at them, they don't look massively different, but there is a big difference in capacity. You can really see on the sides. So you can see there is a big difference in these two sizes. So this, as I said, is the midi size, and they have since released a mini version, which I do not have, but I will link that below so you can check it out. But I think the mini size is such a great alternative again to the Hermes Birkin, or even different types of the Kelly. Now this is not going to fit a laptop, as you can probably tell, but I think this is just such a chic bag in its own right. To me, this is the perfect everyday size if you wanted something that fits just enough, everything that you could need plus a bit extra, but you're not going to overstuff, which means you're not going to have that extra weight. This is perfect. Now let's talk through some of the details. Very similar to the Hudson with a few minor differences. Front is exactly the same. You have your minimal logo. This is again in the grained leather. This tan colorway I highly rate. I have other bags from DEMELLIER in this color, and it is the most neutral tan. I love the tan that they've picked. Really, really easy to style with everything that I have. Again, I think the gold hardware matches beautifully. Again, on the side we have the same little details. It's the continuation of this little detail here. I tend to wear these open just to give it that bit more capacity, but again, I feel like this bag likes to sit with these pinched in. I'm sure if I stuffed it over time it might start to look like this, but I like the way it sits right now. At the back, again, you have the same little pocket. It's obviously not going to be as deep because the bag isn't as big, but it will easily fit your phone, which is quite handy, so you can grab it, especially if you have your bag kind of closed. It's handy to just be able to grab it. Then here you have this little flap. So this is the main difference. You don't have that hook metal closure. You have this flap which has a hidden, it's kind of like a hidden magnet that closes, so easy to kind of protect what's in your bag, stop everything from falling out. And then you open her up. I actually have the strap in here, so I can show you the strap for this. Again, you have the zipped compartment like in most DEMELLIER bags. This is nice and big. It kind of runs the length of the inside, so again, documents, cards, you know, valuables, your jewelry or anything like that is going to fit in there. And then you have one large slot pocket here, and that is it. I'll show you the capacity now and what fits in there in a second, but I'm going to show you the strap. So you can see this is the classic leather strap that DEMELLIER does with most of their bags that come with straps. You've got these little gold closures, you have these little pop fasteners so it can be adjusted, and then on the inside you have these little D-rings right here. Now, as I mentioned, I don't wear the large Hudson with the strap, whereas with this bag being a little bit smaller, I think this would be more, I don't know, natural to wear the straps with, because I just feel like it suits a bit better. But having said that, I do think with top handle bags like these, I prefer to wear them without the strap. But again, if you were someone who was commuting and this was maybe your work handbag and you just wanted something that you could chuck over, then you have that option as well. So I think this is such a great alternative, and I would argue that this size is the perfect everyday chic size. I'm also going to quickly compare this to the Midi DEMELLIER New York, which is probably its rival from the brand. So they're very similar styles of bags, structured, little bit of slouch on this one. I would say the capacity of these two bags is very, very similar. But I would say again, if you wanted something that's more versatile, then the Hudson is a more classic style. This is a more maybe interesting style, but I do think they fit very much a similar amount. The DEMELLIER Midi New York also comes with an additional strap as well. So very, very similar bags. And I guess it just depends on what you're looking for from your handbag and maybe what you're using it for. I would say if you were looking for a workwear wardrobe, something more kind of chic, put together, you know, a bit more traditional than maybe this style. I don't think this is a trendy bag, but if you wanted something that's a little bit more like modern, then this kind of trapeze style I think would be it. So technically speaking, my laptop actually does fit in, although as you can see, it's poking out here on the top. It has to go diagonally, so I would not say this is a laptop appropriate bag, but it does technically fit. So you can see in here I have my makeup pouch, I have my Louis Vuitton agenda, I have my card holder wallet, I have my phone, and there is a lot more room in here. Like, it's not one of those bags that you're going to need to stress about which item you're bringing or leaving. Of course, it's only going to go so far, but again, this is your average size handbag. You can fit everything that you could need and then some. You're not going to have to stress too much, although of course it's not a huge tote, so you're going to have a little bit of space limitations. Okay, so in terms of my experience with the bags, I would say that I've had the larger Hudson for the longest. I've worn this on quite a few trips abroad, like in airports and to city breaks to London. It is a great airport bag, provided you can pop it on your rolling suitcase, which makes it super comfortable. It means you're not carrying it around the airport. I think doing that little hack of putting it on the rolling case for me is so important. If I was just holding this on the crook of my arm in an airport for hours, I would really feel it. So I have more experience with this one, and I found that it's been holding up super well. You can see it's starting to slouch a little bit. And like with a lot of these types of bags, of course, the more you wear it, the more the leather is going to naturally soften, which I personally really like. This one is the newer edition, so you can see she's still holding her kind of structure quite well. The more I wear this, the more I use this. I predict she will soften a little bit. I don't think it's going to be a super soft bag. We will see some softening like with this one, but I don't predict it's going to completely lose its shape, if that makes sense. If you're, you know, deciding between these, it completely depends on your needs and what capacity you need. Again, if you want to have a laptop, or if you want something that you're kind of popping in-ish your essentials and maybe an iPad for work days, I think both are great options. And as I've mentioned multiple times, for workwear, I think this is so chic, a great alternative to the Hermes Birkin. One of my cons would probably be with the Hudson, it is on the heavier side if you stuff it. That's going to be expected based on the type of leather and how kind of sturdy this bag is. Obviously, as you start to fill it, you're going to feel that weight. That would probably be one of my only cons. Other than that, I've had a lovely experience with both of these bags, and I'm excited to wear this one a good bit more as well because this is newer. I do think that the quality and the craftsmanship for the price is very good, especially when you compare them to the likes of your, you know, super high-end designer labels. I just think some of the prices that are out there now are just so not realistic to me in my life, and I know for so many of you guys watching, it's just not something that I just don't really have an interest as much anymore, whereas I feel like these kind of brands are offering something so chic and gorgeous at such a great price. Do let me know in the comments below if you have any other questions on these bags, or if there are any other handbags that you would like me to review. Maybe it's a handbag that you've seen in my collection, or it's a style that you would like me to try out. One of my areas of special interest here on this channel is finding you guys the best mid-range handbag brands. I love collecting them, so please do let me know in the comments below. If you would like to see more of these kinds of review videos, you can give me a thumbs up to let me know. And as always, if you are not already, then please do subscribe to my channel. I upload multiple times a week, and I would love to have you back for more. If you would also like to see how I style these bags every day and what outfits I put them together with and what I'm actually wearing every day, then you might enjoy my vlog series. I release one every single week showing everything that I'm wearing, and I will link that in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!